Good morning. It's the 23rd of August, 2026, and I'm Reg Knight. Well, I guess Canada has had enough, as they have told Donald Trump and the United States that they are moving on and they agree to see other nations. Mark Carney, the Prime Minister of Canada, said that he wasn't going to take any more Donald Trump's bullying. And all of this stems from a trade deal that they almost had finalized, and Trump and his team want to add last minute touches to it that were unreasonable and one sided. So the Canadians pulled all their negotiators, sent them back to Ottawa, and Trump, as always, throws a tantrum. Well, I'm going to tariff out of them. And Carney says, bring it on. Tit for tat. Because you see, the Canadians have already formed other relationships with Mexico, with the EU, with China. So their trade business is not going to be hindered one iota. But the U.S. and Trump are running out of people to insult. They're running out of nations to try to get over on. And this is going to affect Americans and consumers directly. As Canadians have pulled all of the U.S. liquor products, it's going to mean higher prices for people who are considering buying new cars because, even though they say American made, that's not really true these days because parts come from all over. And most of our cars assembled in the U.S., those parts come from Mexico and Canada. Ooh, I don't think that he thought about that. Which seems to be happening a lot in the Trump administration's world, as there is no end in sight to the Hormuz stalemate. And it's only a matter of time before those oil reserves that were overreported will dry to nothing. And then we'll really see oil prices go through the roof. But for now, the Canadians have healed and they're moving on to different relationships that will be beneficial and profitable to the Canadian people. And as for the 30% that still support Trump, they're still looking at pictures back from 40 years ago when the U.S. could push nations around, all nostalgic and whatnot. But the fact of the matter is, this isn't 1980. It's a global economy. It's a global world. And you have to come up with a better idea and a better product to export your goods and services to those outside the U.S. that want them. So, I'm saying this tongue in cheek, but it really is hilarious and pathetic. Because, I don't know if Webster has a picture next to the definition of cognitive dissonance, but if they don't, they might want to consider Donald Trump's picture next to it. Because he is clueless and he continues to bash everyone with this big hammer. And he doesn't even realize the only thing he's smashing is his own toe. Maybe Natalie Harp can help him with that. More on that later. Hope you're having a great Sunday. It's the 23rd of August, 2026, and I'm Reg Knight. Have a fantastic weekend.